Welcome to the today's session MMPM 001 Block 3 Unit 10. Today we'll go for the reference group influence and group dynamics. So introduction, the family as a consumer unit, family buying influences, nature and types of influences, consumer socialization, intergenerational influences, family decision making, family role structure and buying behavior, the dynamics of family decisions making, purchase influence and role specialization, the influence of children, the family life cycle concept, implications of family decision making for the making strategy. So before we start this particular family, as we are defining the family and household, very often we are also confused about to whom we can call it as a household and families. For the marketing point of view, that we consider everything as a household. So we are also equally considering family as a household, but household is different from family. That we are going to understand it here now. From the marketing point of view, family differs from the larger reference groups in that the members must satisfy their individual and shared needs by drawing a common and shared, relatively fixed supply of the resources. That means when we are considering a bigger reference group, within that a lot of families are there. So that is a individual unit, and this is the smallest unit in the societies where the decision takes place, and each member of the families are very much responsible for to take the decisions. So before we'll go for the families, let us know that what is household. So through families are sometimes referred to as households, not all households are the families. So we need to understand it how households are different from the families. This is unmarried couple. So families, this is a married couple. So we have seen in the market who are not related by blood, marriages or by adoption. That is unmarried couple, family, friends, roommates, boarders, those who are staying in the mess. Few students are also staying in mess, or executives are staying in mess. We call them as a household because they also purchase the products. They also purchase the FMCG products very well. Durables also they are purchasing. So we may consider them not as a family because they are no way related by blood, marriage or adoption. Anything is it related to by that one, we can call them as the families. But we can call them as a households. Family may be defined as two or more people living together related by blood, marriage or adoption, and who share a common house, common income, similar status and values. So common income, what we are going to say, that is a we can call it as a house income or home income. You can say that is considering both spouse income. That means husband, wife. Sometimes if the child is also grown up, become bachelor, so he's also earning. That also we can consider that his income. That is the total income of the family income, we can say. So what are the different types of families? So first is coming the nuclear families. Day by day, when the Western countries influence is coming more to India, we have more into the nuclear family. And earlier we have the joint family systems. So nuclear family, we can say that here, husband, wife and a child. That is very small unit. And decision takings are based on mostly either husband is taking decisions or wife is taking decision, or child is going to help both the decision cases, what extent he can able to contribute or she can able to contribute. But nuclear family cases, it's a very small unit and decisions are instant. Very rarely the other team members are there in this particular. So that's why nuclear family is very small. Only husband, wife and child is there whose influence is much more during the decision making. And here other members outside, those who are influence is very rare or very less. So joint family cases, it includes nuclear family, but it is extended. Means one of the parents is living with them, maybe from paternal side or from the maternal side, the parents are there. So that members is the old age people might be staying with the parent, staying with the father or family. We can call it as a joint family. So what is the difference? So here the grandparents are going to take the decisions also most often, that to give the respect, take a country like India, where we give more respect to the parents. So parents are mostly taking decisions for certain products. But most of the product cases, the husband or wife is taking the decisions for this particular product. But if it is related to a specific taste, specific kind of requirement, or that is liked by the parent, sorry, the old age person. So that particular basis we can say that is a joint family decisions. Reciprocal of family influence. So reciprocal of family influence, here we will find that it's a nuclear family. Here husband is there, wife is there, and child is there. So you will find here the communications happen between between among those people are two-way communications. We have seen the arrow, both the side arrows are there. Means any decision taken by the husband, wife is also involved, and child is also involved. Even if also any information came to child to take the decisions for any particular product, both husband, mother, and father is also involved there. So that is what the cognitions behavior means. They are thinking about that what will be the probable solutions, what can be the right solutions. Let us say if I'm going to talk regarding to purchase a refrigerator, purchase a TV, or purchase a washing machine or any furniture. Both if the things being initiated from the cases, if it is a TV and if it is a sound system, maybe initiated by the child, and if it is a refrigerator, if it is a sofa set or bed, maybe taken by the wife, and husband might be it is a car, bike, and other cases. But all those cases, what we have seen, they are taking the opinion of the other members in the family, like the child influence is also there, and wife influence is also there. So that they are going to see. Consumer socialization. So we know it very well. The meaning of socialization means how these people being educated about what is it happening in the society. If we are going to say that child socialization means when the child is coming to the world and treating him or herself as a member in the or as a customer. So that particular time he or she has to learn a lot of things from the market. Like I can say that to understand currency, to understand the price of the product, to understand the tax structure, to understand how to behave and how to purchase, what is the way to give the currency, what are the different mode of transactions. So all these things, if the particular person is going to know as a child, so he became the consumer. That is what we call that is child socialization, means accustomed with the environmental informations which is available. And here consumer socialization is the process by which young people acquire the skills. So here day by day as the changing systems are there, just like from physical mode of purchases, now we are going through the digital mode of operation. So these things must be learned. So we cannot say all the people in India are purchasing like that. So mostly they are purchasing the products from going to the retail outlets and directly purchasing the product physical. But most of the cases nowadays through the cell phone and through the internet, they are also going through the digital transactions of the product. They are digitally selecting the product, preparing the product, going through the evaluation through the different kind of reviews or the statements given by the people. These all together join, and after that they are taking the decision in the digital platform also. So these are the way by which the consumer socialization takes place. And here the skills, the knowledge and attitude, because what the attitude you have developed earlier after the digital platform, your attitude may change also. Or finally, if you have gone through the physical observations of any particular product, your might be the decisions may change also. Like I can say, if you have seen any particular product in digitally, like if it is a refrigerator, if it is a car, if it is a bike, but when you have seen it is physically, the color may not be liked by you. So that's why very often it has written in digital websites also that you please verify before purchases. The colors may not be same as what it looks in a digital platform. So factors influencing consumer socialization. What are the socialization factors? How consumers being having the knowledge regarding the societies, what the things are happening, how the marketers are trying to do, how they are marketing the products. So background environmental factors, these include the environmental factors such as social, economic status, social class, age, sex, religious affiliation of the consumer. So consumer is trying to know everything from the different way. Like we are going to say we are in a social system. So what the knowledge is it coming from the social system? There are too many members are there who are educating us, through the different programs. Economic status means what we are earning, or what capabilities as a consumer you have. Here it plays also vital role, that is the spendable income and discretionary income. So that is the total amount of money left after paying all kind of assignments what you have done, starting from your tax to the investment to then expenses. So everything is being gone. So finally what the amount remained, that is the discretionary income, and that decides what kind of product you are going to purchase and what product you are not going to purchase. And that is coming under your economic status. Of your social class is sometimes selection of particular product is depending on the social class, because you may like the product but the brand or the colors may not be suiting to your social class, which social class you are belonging to. So this is very often happening in the case of your car cases also, sometimes it happening. Then you are going through the dresses also, that kind of things are happening. And next is coming age. So if we are going to talk regarding the age, at child age, then adult age, then you are going to find old age. All those cases also our decisions are different, because our level of knowledge what we got from the market is different. So our decision making capacities are also different. Sex, male wise, female wise, also our decisions are different, because that the level of informations what we got as a male, what kind of product we should use, as a female, what kind of product we should use. So that is also guiding us to select any particular. And religious affiliations, we know it very well. The multiple religions are there in this particular country. So belonging to the different religions, our preferences towards the different colors, different sets of products plays a vital role. So we are day by day getting the knowledge regarding that, to how to take the decisions for the different kind of products. Then social agents, this includes individuals who have direct influence on the consumer, such as parents, sisters, brothers, peers, teachers, and the media. So very often in the family we have seen that different members plays a different roles, what we have discussed in earlier stages, but again also we are going to discuss now. So here you will find, as a parents, they have the roles to educate you what is right, what is wrong, and that you are going to do. As your sisters, brothers and sisters, they are also equally going to educate you that what kind of behavior you should show when you are in graduation, or after marriage, or after doing all these things. So peers, your friend circles are very often educating the day-to-day life problems and other things. That is also they are giving the informations to you. And teachers are guiding from the beginning regarding what sorts of behavior expected by the market or the society, how you yourself is going to be educated to deal with this kind of situations. So teachers are not only teaching these particular books and other things, but there are certain areas where we will find that day by day these topics are also being included, which is helping for the consumer socialization. Like we can say that social educations they are trying to give, then they are going to give the gender educations they are going to give. So these are the few factors you will find which requires for the new generation to understand maintaining relationships. So all these kind of educations day by day they are started with the school level, that is social science. They are going to teach like this. And here the family is found to be important in teaching the rational aspects of consumption, while TV viewing encourages consumption of emotional regions. That is rational things you need to understand it very well, and your decisions must be on the basis of rationality, not on the basis of emotions. Now, consumer socialization model. So this is the simplest model we will find. Three things are there: antecedents, socialization processes, outcomes. And within that, we are going to find first is the social structural variable, which variable actually controlling us for the socialization. Second is that agents, who are the agents which are going to changing our things. And finally, outcomes, what kind of changes we can able to see. Number one is the social structural variables. Under that, gender. So gender wise, we are getting the socialization like that, what kind of dresses as a male person we are going to wear, and what kind of dresses the girls are going to wear, what sorts of behavior they should show in the public forum, and as a boy also what kind of do, and what the languages they talk, what should not talk, what kind of derogatory remarks are there in the market that you have to study. Then besides that also, the municipality is giving also educations related to that one, how to walk, talk in the public forums, in the shopping malls, in the roadside, how to drive the cars and other things. So these are all social structural variables which differs also gender wise. For male will be different and for the female will be different. Ethnicity is mostly if you are belonging to a particular culture or a particular locality, the way these people are believing or they are taking the decisions, that plays a vital role. So you as a member of that particular thing, so your socialization is very much like we can say the tribals have different ethnicity. Then you will find that subcultures of the different ethnicity, and belonging to the different region, ethnicity is different, and you are finding that the languages wise also you are talking. So kind of products are you using, what the kinds of languages you are using, your behavior being changed, the practices, cultural practices what you are doing, that is ethnicity wise, that differs from time to time. Education, so education is sometimes refining our decision making process, because when we are uneducated, blind decisions we are trying to take and we are more emotional. So with the educations we became more rational and less emotional. So education is giving the cognitive things are there, you can able to understand, you have more knowledge, you can take action or you can take the decisions in any particular situations. If the product is a service or if it is a physical product, both the cases you can able to take the decisions very well. Next is the age factor. We know it very well that age wise our level of knowledges are different. Just like in the child stages, we have mostly id kind of things, personality is there, means instant demand fulfillment is there. Then by the enhance of the age, then we are going through the ego and super ego. So our behavior is drastically changes. The socialization in the public forum, we are talking in the different manner. As a child, we are unable to know what to behave and what to do and what to interact and so the behavior. But with the age, we can able to learn that one, how to behave and how to do that one. Next is coming your income. So income cases, we have seen that in income, more is the income, your social class differences you are going to find, and your socialization is also some way behavioral changes because of the income. More income, behavioral changes; less income, behavioral changes can also be possible. So these are the variables which is actually affecting for your socialization process. Besides that, pure communication, movie watching is the modeling. So you want to be a model, you have made somebody as your model. You may make somebody as an educationist, or you as a film star, or as a celebrities. You are going to make them as model, and you are following what is the behavior they have shown. As for that, you are trying to do. So that is mostly is it happening in the model. Next is reinforcement. So repetition of the similar activities, it is going to give either the positive or negative reinforcement. So positive reinforcement is developing the positive attitude, and negative reinforcement also negative attitude towards that is it going to happen. Social interaction cases, how often you are in a gathering or you want to talk with the different kind of people. You are talking less or you are talking more times, you are spending time outside versus your family. So more is you are going to spend outside your family, you are more socialized than when you are there. Like the knowledge about the market will be more if you are outside most of the time. And by this particular process, two things are coming. One is your outcome is mental outcome, and second is the behavioral outcomes. So mental outcomes cases, what is it happening that you are mentally changed, that your attitude is positive and behavioral outcomes cases, this is you are going to apply that is in the marketing. You want to purchase the product or you do not want to purchase the product. So that is a behavioral things you are going to do. But in the mental outcomes cases, this is only attitude change. Which are the good product, which are the bad product, which services are good, which services are bad. These can be known by the mental outcomes. But behavioral outcomes, whether I should purchase this kind of product or not, whether I should get the advantages of this kind of services or not, this is mostly happening in the case of behavioral outcomes. This is all about what the consumer socialization model, where we will find antecedents as a inputs, socialization process, what is it happening, that is the processing things takes place, and what the outcome is it coming. Outcome is coming two things, one is the mental outcome and second is the behavioral outcome. Now the different ways of family socialization. So how the family socialization takes place. The first is the parents act as models. So very often we have seen that children are going to say that my father is the hero of mine, my mother is the great person whom myself is inspired by that one. So this is a very common thing most of the children are going to say to in the public forum. So this is why the reason is that they observe that this person, what he's doing, that is right, and he or she got the highest status in the society. Because of that, he's or she is always trying to follow through the observations. So the parents act as models for the child on the numerous consumption occasions, and the child learns through observation without the parents' conscious awareness to intention to teach. Like we can take the example, like people are going to a particular kind of retail stores, that is children is always trying to see what kind of hotels my parents are selecting, what type of retail outlets for the dresses they are selecting, where are they purchasing the FMCG items. So this is being observed by the children, and they are trying to do the similar things by the socialization process. Second is coming parent-child discussions. This is day by day. These things are changing, because earlier there is no chance, but today, day by day, as they have seen that children are mostly not accepting thing, and they are doing as per their requirement. They are mostly id related. So parents nowadays taking some time and utilizing that particular time with their children, spending time with the children. To educate them what are the kind of services available in the market, what kind of brands are available, which brands are good. There's all education kind of things being given by the parents to their children. Child-child interaction. So very often we have seen that when we are sending our children to the crèche, mostly if the children are unable to talk in home, they will talk very nicely in the crèche. The reason is that when they will find that too many children are there and everybody is talking, by this process they can able to learn how to talk and how to deal with the people, the adjustment they can able to know, and they are observing also how the other kids are taking food and how they are enjoying. So that all these observations, the child-child interaction is developing the child very well. The child begins to handle money as he or she becomes older. So child initial days, when he is moving with the parents, trying to see that how these people are purchasing the product, food items and other thing, and how are they paying, what kind of bargaining are they doing. So all these things they are observing, and by this process the children, when he is attaining the age and he is becoming more adult, so that particular time he himself or she herself can able to take the decisions of their own. So that particular time they do not require the parents to take the decisions, because they are self-sufficient to take the decisions. So this process is trying to socialize the children. Now intergeneration carryover. So how intergenerational carryover is it happening? So we know it very well that generation to generation some information is it passing. Most often what we have seen in India, that cultural carryover is very often happening. Carryover, that means what culture followed by grandparents, that is the same culture followed by the parents, and again children also trying to do that one. But with the span of time, little bit changes is it happening, which is absurd or which is unable to do and which is not at all available. These things are day by day going out, but rest of the things most of the parents they are trying to do. This is only because of that we have seen there is a lot of kind of opinions are coming. So family to family, the religious practices, or we can say how to give the that means how to give the people that is advices, that is also differs. That means family to family that differs. So grandparents, how they are giving the advices, that is not same as the other family members. So that's why this is knowledge, values, habits, and preferences. So what the knowledge your family has, that is also same kind of knowledge being carried out by the parent, grandparents to the parents, and that is the values where they are giving more values and habits. Habits cases, what are the different habits? Morning walk if you are going for, consuming betel or spending time with the nightclubs, like that. These are the habits what already with the grandparents, that is also carried over to the next generation, that is the parents. Preferences of the different products also, that we have seen that what the grandparents are preferring, we will find almost 60 to 70% similar preferences you are going to find in the case of parents, as the parents are observed during their child stage, what their parents are doing. There's the same thing also you are going to find in the case of children. Children are also equally observing from both the things. One is grandparents, second is parents. So parents are educating directly, grandparents also indirectly educating them what to do, what is there in the society, how you should look after yourself very well. And parents are also equally educating regarding that, what kind of education you must have to get a good job, placed very well, and attend a good life in your life. So that is mostly it is happening. So this is what regarding the concept of intergeneralization, intergeneration carryover. Now the family role, what we have already discussed in the few cases in the reference groups, and here also in the family roles and statuses. So in every family, we'll find one of the member is more knowledge on the society. We can say that is maybe related to a particular product category, might be in electronics, might be in electrical, might be in high engineering, car, cameras, so many things are there in the market. So the person who has more knowledge, he is trying to influence. So he's trying to influence the family that to purchase this kind of product. So he is mostly as a influencer. Second is coming the gatekeeper. So we'll find most of the old age person or other who was giving the right direction to the contents. What the contents through the influencer, maybe right information came or maybe a wrong information came. So influencer, most of the cases what we have seen that the young generations are more influencer than the old. So that's why these people are young generation influencer. But gatekeeper cases mostly will find that is old age people or the parents, those who are going to see that what the information is coming, that is right, wrong, the proper directions that can be purchased or not. All the decisions taken by the parents. Decider, so whether that product should be purchased, not purchased, and who other members can also be in this particular group to take the decisions, that is being decided by them. Sometimes what is it happening that parents are equally going to take the advice of also the grandparents related to marriages, related to any huge priced product purchased, land, houses, and all those things. Buyer, the one who makes the actual purchase. So buyer is the person who is actually purchasing. So we have seen in the family system, most of the cases it is the person, young persons or the child who is going for the purchases. That is, we can't say is a child, is an adult one, grown-up child who is going to buy this particular product. Family role and structure cases, that is coming preparer. So if it is a food item or something else, so family members or the family members who are preparing the product for the family consumption. So what they are trying to do, they are trying to prepare this particular food. If it is a food item not prepared, if I'm going to talk regarding if it is a Maggie, then it will come, then how to add these particular things and make it as a edible, that is cooked it properly. So that is being made by the mostly grandmother, mother, or daughters, mostly they are trying to do. So user, all the family members are the users if the product is consumed by everybody. Otherwise, few cases the consumers for the specific products. If I'm going to talk, it is related to a specific person. If I'm going to talk, if it is a refrigerator, if it is a washing machine, if it is a sofa, if it is a TV, this is for all the members. And if it is a FMCG item, it is for all the members. But if I'm going to talk regarding cosmetics and dresses, that is not for all the members, few members or specific members. Maintainers are mostly for the electronic gadgets or electrical gadgets. So maintainers are there. So what they're trying to do that they are giving the proper care of this particular product, because otherwise the product may fail, or product will be deteriorated or may be destroyed within this particular span of time. Disposure is that throwing off or disposing of the products, or that is a that means that is a bad products, or if you are going to say that is the cover of the product. So these are the things mostly they are trying to dispose, or wastage, anything is there, so that is going to be disposed. Now, family decision stages. What we read from the beginning of our course, that these five plays the vital role. So every individual or every family has to go through this particular section. So first start with the this is problem recognition. So problem recognition, this is what is it happening, that this is existing in your body. We can say that is by either these things are not available, or this is available but having certain problems. Like I can say that if you do not have a TV, then you can purchase because other people members have purchased, or other family members have purchased, other families they have purchased, but your family has not purchased. So this has become a problem recognition. But if you have already a TV that is 32 inches TV, but you want to purchase 55 inches TV, so that particular cases you are going for the upgradation. That is also problem recognitions. So you consider that this TV is very small, so you want to enjoy more. So for that reason, you need a bigger TV. So that is the problem recognition. So when there is a problem recognition, so we are going for the search for information. So there is a pre-search and post-search. Means sorry, external search and internal search. So internal search cases, what the brands existing with our evoked set, what we have discussed already on the Howard set model. That evoked set, the brands are there, that is the popular brands and unpopular brands we are going to find. And out of these brands, we are going to take the decision which brand is suitable for us, and that brand you are going to purchase this particular product. But very often these things are happening that because of there is a quick upgradation and environmental changes. So sometimes the new products are coming where customer has the limited knowledge. So what the customer is going to do, he will go for the external search. So internal search is not sufficient, then the customer has to go through the internal evaluation. So internal evaluation cases, what is it happening? External evaluation cases, what is it happening? External search cases is going to outside to see what are the advertisements are there, what are the new products are coming to the market. So these things being searched. Once searched, then it is evaluation of alternatives. Out of those brands, you have to select which brand is the best brand for your family or for your home. So that brand you are going to select on the basis of different decision criteria. So the criteria are already fixed by you, or the features which is available on the product. So feature wise, one product might be superior, another product might be inferior. So you are going to evaluate that which product is superior, because it is not always true that all the evaluations are same. So evaluations from person to person differs. And final decision is based on the evaluation of alternative, which brand of product you have selected finally. So that is for that you are going to take the final decision. But here the final decision also takes place on the basis of financial things, that whether you are financially sound enough to take that kind of product or not. So that is also you are going. Sometimes it happening also, you are some alternative cases, you have selected a particular brand of product, but in the retail outlets, when you are going to take the final decisions, you have not taken because the price was too high. So you have not taken for that one. So after final decisions, then you are going for the purchase. So purchase is what? You are purchasing this particular product either from the retail outlet or from the online. And immediately after that, another thing is that is your post-purchase behavior. So we have a tendency, once we purchased any particular product, you are trying to evaluate whether this product is good or bad. So that is what we are going to say that is post-purchase behavior. So you are going to give the feedback that product is good or bad in this particular behavior. So if it is a good product, you become a brand loyal customers, and if it is a bad product, you are going to be switch over. Means you are switching over from this brand to the next brand. Now the dynamics of the family decisions. So family decisions are based on four things. What we have seen in Indian context, this four type of decision making process is it happening in the families. So family may be wife dominant decisions, husband dominant decisions, syncretic decisions, and autonomic decisions. So first is wife dominant decisions. When the few states in India where you will find wives are dominating the family, so they have the rights to take the decision. So that particular cases, whatever the purchases is it happening, so wife related products purchases will be more than the husband related. Like you will find more grocery item, more furnitures or designer furnitures, appliances will be more or qualitative appliances. That is mostly you will find in the wife dominated. It may be washing machine, it may be a refrigerator, it may be sofa set, it may be bed, it may be AC. So all those cases, wife is taking decisions for a bigger size and better quality products. But when it is a husband dominated, so mostly you will find this kind of family, you will find that husband is taking the majority decisions and everybody is going to obey that one. So here you will find husband related products purchases will be more. So better car, high priced car like that. So investment will be more because for the long run. And bikes also the same thing. So these are the product cases mostly if it is the family is the husband dominated. Next is coming syncretic decision, that is joint decisions. So for a vacation to go outside to select a hotel, and sometimes is it happening also for the washing machine, TV, a refrigerator, both jointly taking decisions, or it may be a wife dominated. Both the cases can be possible. So syncretic decisions cases, what it will happen that both husband and wife sit together and take the decisions regarding which brand of product they are going to purchase. Last one is the autonomic decisions. This is mostly unilateral, means although husband and wife stay together, but if it is a husband related products, decision taken by the husband. If it is a wife related products, decision taken by the wife. Like if I'm going to say if it is a saving cream, it is a twin track savings, if it is a bike, if it is a car, mostly the male persons are taking decision, that is the husband. But if it is cosmetics, this is the cleaning agent. So gas, chula, then the chimney, these are women dominated areas. So that's why decision taken by mostly the women. So these are on the basis of that dynamics. So we can able to know that they are the decisions from the family to family differs because of the family is wife dominated or husband dominated or syncretic or autonomic. Now the element of power within the family. So what are the element which is affecting for the decision making process? So first is economic resources. Here the person making the greater economic contribution to the family. We know it very well in family. So some way few members are contributing. Like if it is a both husband and wife, they are going for. So that particular cases you will find that husband is taking the decisions if he is contributing more. If the wife is contributing more, wife is taking the decisions. Means decisions taken capacity will be more on the basis of the who is funding more to the family members. Second is cultural norms. Cultural norms, this prevailing culture may decide which partner has the most power. So here culture wise we can say that sometimes educated that husband is should take the decisions of the family, and sometimes they're going to say wife should take the decisions. Sometimes they say that grandfather and grandmother should take the decisions. This is based on completely a culture, which culture you are belonging to and who is the decision maker. So you are following that particular culture. So that's why you are also going to follow the decision making person. Expert power. One partner has more knowledge and more detailed information. So here, depending on the knowledge, you can take the decisions. Just like I can say that if the electrical item, electronics item, so if the father has more expertise in that particular field, he can take the decision. Wife cases, if it is the utensils to purchase, so definitely what kind of utensil is essential. The who can take the better decision, that is the wife, because she is a expert in that particular field. Legitimate power, this is the influence that results naturally from the role expectation in the family. So different roles played by the family members. So you as a power of center, that means your decisions, then mother has less power or father has more power, or father has more power and mother has less power. But on the basis of that also the decisions taken by the different families. Bargaining power, this involves endorsing one member to make a decision favorable to those on the basis of give and take. Like Bargaining power cases, we will find that somebody can bargain very well. Somebody can get this particular product with lesser price, less time, or like that. So he can do the entire purchases of any kind of product in the family because he is doing it very nicely. Reward and referent power. One spouse may reward the other by doing something the other will like. So sometimes that is giving just like cake selections cases for a birthday might be sometimes husband is giving this respect to the this respect to the wife to take the decision, or sometime for the children also they are giving, you just suggest which type of cake we should purchase or which type of food we will take in the hotels. So this is reward or referent powers, means you are assigning somebody and giving a power to those person. Emotional power, sometimes we are emotionally too much attached, and that particular cases also we are trying to say, like we can say that for pencil, for books, for dolls, sometimes we are giving the advice of the children. So children have the emotional, that means parents are being too much emotional with the children. So children are attracted by the different colors, shapes, sizes. So they are selecting this particular product, and parents are or family members are taking the decisions on the basis of that. Now we will go for the family life cycle stages. So earlier, that is the traditional stage, we have bachelorhood, honeymooners, then parenthood, post-parenthood, and the dissolution, which is retirement. But we'll go through the two family life cycle. This is modern one. On the basis of that, we are going to discuss that what is it there. So family life cycle stages is coming under that. First is the bachelorhood, honeymooners. Here fullness one, fullness two, fullness three, and empty nest and solicitor. Before we will discuss this one, let us understand it that who to whom we can call as a bachelor. These are young singles, means they have the financial power. So although they are young, we cannot say that a grown-up child will be a bachelor unless until he is going to earn. Second is the honeymooner. So we can say that a newly married couple or young married couple as a honeymooners, but in American concepts also that as long as you do not have the children also you are coming under honeymooners. So next is coming the parenthood, that is fullest one. Fullest one cases you are young married and with a child that is below 6 years mostly. So that kind of cases, why we have designed this one, because we know it very well that when the product sold by the marketer, he is categorizing on the basis of babies, means parents with the babies to sell, just like the diapers, then baby foods. So these are the things, for that they have done the young married with children. So that is fullest one. Fullness two, middle aged with dependent children. So here you will find that the grown-up children, those who are studying in management education, studies in legal, engineering, medical, like that. So they do not have the rights to take the decisions for the products. Means they have not attained the age to take the decisions. So because of that, that is middle aged with the dependent children. Fullness three, old parents with the dependent children. Here you will find that parents are old and they are in verge of retirement. So that particular time, but children have not got the job, so they are still dependent on the parents. So that's why these the things are happening. So old parents with independent children. So when you are empty nest itself is saying that only parents will be available and children will not be available. Means children are going to the young single, that is bachelorhood. So they are not staying with their parents. So they are earning outside and they stay back somewhere and purchasing the commodities. So here old parents are staying in the home and without independent children. So with independent children, children are not there. Solicitor survive. It is the truth of the life that although two spouses there, but one of the spouse may die. So retire singles, so individual you are there. So what kind of product you are going to purchase and doing that one? That is your solitary survivors, individual survivors. So the products, if you are going to say in the bachelorhood, mostly we are purchasing games, different kind of video games you are going to play, fashion, clothings. But in honeymooners, mostly you are already in a setup. You have gone through a family setup, so that's why you have to think about what are required for a family. Definitely a home, definitely for a insurance. So that's why that is a life insurance, home furnishings, home appliances, because you are going to make a nest. So for that reason, all these things are not available. So that is you need to purchase. So durables, home appliances, car, bike. Bike might be there. You might be going to purchase a car. Then all kind of washing machine, TVs. Then dining table, drawing room. All these equipments. So all these things are mostly you purchase during the young married with no children. Next is coming middle aged with dependent children. So here mostly the education's expenses are much more. So nothing to think about. So where the childrens are studying, so their books, their cycle, their bikes, their dresses. So all expenses is going towards that one. Next is old parents with the dependent children. So where it is a dependent children, so servants and helpers, higher education, so luxury products. Sometimes this is luxury products may not purchase also. It's not possible that when they have expended too much on their dependent children, those who are studying. Older parents with independent children, here almost they have attained the old age, so there is a expenses for the healthcare, medicines and other things. So that's why they are going to pay for that one. Older and retirement, so here you will find old age home, then essential commodities, that is again also the medicines, might be some legal services, health and security if you want to keep. So this is all about your family life cycle stages. The same thing we are going to see that here young singles may live alone with their nuclear families or with friends. So when you are bachelors, so you may stay alone or you may stay with your nuclear family, or you can stay if they are staying in the same city where you are working. Otherwise, if they are not doing so, what you will do, you have a single house or you are in a mess or with your friends. So that's the kind of thing. Although earnings tend to be relatively low, these consumers usually don't have many financial obligations. So most of the cases when people are getting the job, parents are not ready to give any kind of financial risk to those people. So that's why they are saying that you please enjoy with your entire money. We are here to solve the problems related to the financial problems. So that's why the young singles, there is no obligations, financial obligations. So that's why they're spending much more money for their own dresses. Then they are going for also the insurance and other things they're going to spend. Newly married couple, here it is the better finance, really if you are going to be sound, because both dinks, I can say it is a double income, no kids, because kid is not there and you are earning, your wife is also earning. If it is a double income cases or single income cases also, the expenses is not too high because the kid has not come. So your spending is also better. So here you are mostly spending for the vacation, clothing, and other activities you are going to do. They also have the highest purchase rate and highest average purchases of the durable goods. So here, as newly married, there is a requirement of the sofa set, dining table, washing machines. So all these things are there. So that is the purchases has gone more towards the durable items. Now, fullest one with this arrival, and we are going to find here parents take care for the child and both work by daycare systems. So that is you are going for both the parents are working. So you will go for the daycare to send your children there, so that they will take care of that one, and both of you can do the work. So here the dolls and other thing expenses are also there. Fullness too is employed spouse income has improved. So here both husband and wife promoted and getting a good income of this one, but here also expenses are there also towards the children. Fullness 3, we are going to find that is mid 40s or above 40. Financial position is your continuing to improve, but there are loans and other things are also equally there. The children loans, their purchases for bikes, their purchases for the that is education. So all these things, financial position of the little bit tighter, that is than the fullness 2. So expenses being controlled, trying to control, not to spend much more, not to utilize the fund for the other purposes, mostly only for the education and for the career building. Empty nest cases, will find that older married, no children having there. So financial position stabilizes means mostly you are in the verge of retirement. So fund is going to be less, and majority part of your fund has gone for the different loans and for the educations. So self improvement and medical care expenses are there. Then solitary survivor. So here retirement people living alone after the death of a partner. So here individual member is there. So life becomes lonely because you are losing your own partner and income may be reduced due to the retirement. So your income is reduced because you are in the retired position. So that you try to, you are mostly going to see that these kind of problems will arise. Now this is the extended family life cycle or more complex family life cycle, and it is based on the today's environment. So if we'll see that this is the usual flow, all blue lines, arrows are the usual flow, and yellow lines are the recycle flow, and we are going to say this is a traditional flow. So it starts with the young single, what we have already discussed, that is young single to young married without children, then young married without children to the young married with children, then middle-aged married with children, then middle-aged married without dependent children, older married, older unmarried. So this is the regular changes what we are going to see. So here the number of stages are more, but here little bit complex things are there. What is the complex? So it is young divorced without children, then middle-aged divorced without children, middle-aged married without children, here young divorced with children, then middle-aged divorced with children, then middle-aged divorced without dependent children, like that. These are the things mostly is happening. So we'll start with the young single. So young single, as we have discussed, that here majority of the expenses is going towards the luxury items, or day by day the concept is changing. What we have seen in the internet, people are nowadays going through the high risk investments. So young single cases, when you got a job and you do not have any kind of assignments, so what you will do, you are making a plan to how to invest. So most of the people, what we have seen, that young single or they are in the bachelors, they are spending more amount of money in SIPs, systematic investment plan. They are trying to do mutual funds, they are investing, so that they will take the long term risk, because the oldest people may not take. Next is coming young married without children. So once you are young single, then you are going to marriage. So after marriage, then you are young enough, and below that one it is no children. So without children is there. So that particular cases you are the honeymooner stage. So here expenses is also good. That means your discretionary income is very, because income has increased. Earlier single income, now it is the double income. So your expenses will be luxury type, mostly going to the different hotels or travels, booking of the different tour plans. So these are the things mostly is it going to happen. Next is the young married with children. So when you are transferring these to the young married with children, because after children, so you are again still young married with the children. But here the condition is that there is a chance that in that particular stage also you may divorce. So before that, young married without children, you are divorcing, that is young divorce without children. And if you will maintain that one, then again middle age you are not going to marriage because you are divorced already. So you are not continuing with second marriage or all. So no, nothing is happening. So that is tending to the last part, that is older unmarried, means you have divorced and finally in American concept they are going to say older unmarried. Otherwise we can say it is a older divorced. That is the kind of thing. So these conditions, there is a yellow mark is there. So what is the utility of yellow mark? Means once you have divorced, you can also go for the remarriage. If you are going through the remarriage, then again you are coming under the traditional flow of family. But this is not traditional flow of family. But when you are going through this particular process, all the blue process, that is traditional. But when it is yellow, it is non-traditional. So here you are divorced without children, but you have gone for the marriage. So rather than you will go to the right side, that is a usual flow in blue lines. So you are returning back again to the young married without children. So that is the yellow lines. So we can call now you are married, then you can continue in this particular line, that is possible. Second case is that it is young divorced with children. So married with children, then you are going to divorce that particular age. So if you are divorcing, then what it will happen automatically? You will go for the remarriage, then yellow line is there. So if you are remarrying, then you are again going to the young married with children. But if you are not remarrying, then it is going to the middle-aged divorced without children. Then again you are going to middle-aged divorced without dependent children, because you do not have any child, because you are young married without children is there. So young divorced with children is there. Middle-aged divorced with children is there. Then middle-aged divorced without dependent children. So when you are without dependent children means here you will find that the person that is in the bachelor stage, so young single. So your son and daughter became the young single, and you are coming under that middle-aged divorced without dependent children. So in the mid part, when you are going for, that is young married with children, then you are going to the middle-aged married with children. So it is a usual flow. Then again you are going for the middle-aged marriage without dependent children. So that means you are going through the without dependent children. So before that you are going for the middle-aged married with children. So here also you can divorce. So if you are divorcing this particular age, then you are going to again, that is the middle-aged divorced without children, with children. And again with the children also, if you want to remarry, again yellow line is it coming, you are coming onto the middle-aged married with children. But again, if you are continuing that one, that is middle-aged divorced without children, dependent children, what we have already discussed. But that is also connected to the middle-aged married without dependent children. So when your children are young singles, they are working outside. So what you are trying to do, you are going for the remarriage. So that particular case is again from divorce to remarriage. So you can go to the normal process, and then you are going to the older married. So older married cases, that you are only available, your children are coming single, young single. And finally, when one of the spouse is non-living, and we can call it as a solicitor, or we can say that single survivor. So that is the case is it happening. And finally, what is the marketing implications? We can able to know from this particular side that the needs, expenditures, patterns from the different parts of the development. And we discussed the 7 family life stages, where the different kind of products and companies are trying to also make the segmentations on the basis of that. And finally, the segmenting the families on the basis of not only FLC but also dominance, that is wife dominated, husband dominated, and syncretic, all the kind of things we have discussed. And on the basis of that, they are segmenting the market, and as per that, they are making the product and selling it very well in the market. So today's session, I think that we can able to understand what is the family roles, different kind of families, and depending on their decisions, the families are different. And in the family life stages, they are in the different stages, purchasing the different category of products. As a marketer, by knowing all these things, it is going to help a lot. So thanking you all.